Every kid in our town disappears on their 10th birthday. I turn 10 tomorrow. When my best friend Ava vanished into thin air 3 years ago, I was completely shocked. One minute we were building a Lego tower while celebrating her birthday, and the next minute she had to go to the bathroom, but never ended up coming back. The police looked for days on where she could have gone, but all they found were her shoes by this creek next to us. They told us that she accidentally slipped and drowned, but the water was barely 9 inches off the ground, so there was no way that was possible. I was only 6 years old, so I didn't know any better and assumed they were telling the truth. But when 4 more kids vanished into thin air on their birthdays, a couple of weeks after Ava's disappearance, I knew something was wrong. I asked my mom why kids went missing on their birthdays, but she just told me it was a coincidence, and to not think much of it. But when I went to school the next day, all the kids in there kept talking about how there was some creature out there, kidnapping innocent kids on their 10th birthday and eating them. I thought they were just making things up, but for the next 3 years, anytime a kid turned 10 years old, they would magically disappear. And every time a kid went missing, I would beg my mom to move us somewhere else, but every single time she would just tell me nothing was gonna happen, and that even if she wanted to move, she couldn't. I never understood what she meant by that, but after what I just found, I'm 100% sure I know what happened to all the kids. I was just staying after school for some test retakes yesterday, when I found some random list under my desk. At first I thought it was just graffiti, until I read what was on the paper. It had the names of kids who disappeared, with the date they did carved next to it. Ava's name was there, and so were all the others. I followed the list down, until I found the bottom line. Ethan, May 27th, that was my name, with tomorrow's date on it. I immediately ran home and told my mom about it, but when I showed her the list, all she did was just stare at me, before telling me, "Don't be afraid, we'll make it painless." I stayed up all night, trying to digest the fact that I was gonna go missing. There was so much that I didn't get to do yet, like go to Disneyland, buy my first car, or even get to eat my math teacher's butt. But right as my eyes were about to close, I heard a knock at my door from my mom. "Good morning, honey. Ready for your birthday walk?" Every single birthday, my mom would take me for a walk across the town in the morning, then take me back home to cut my cake. But something told me that I wasn't coming back home, and it didn't look like I had much of a choice. So I put on my clothes, and we started walking. But instead of going downtown, she led me into the woods behind a playground, and after about 4 minutes of walking, we walked to a well. It was surrounded by hundreds of small stones, each with names carved in them, the same names from the list. My mom pulled out a rope from her coat, while she started to sing some demonic lullaby. "Just close your eyes, baby. It'll be over soon," she said. But as she started to tie me to the well, I heard some girl scream for help in the woods. It sounded exactly like Ava. So I threw some dirt in my mom's face, and ran towards the sound. But as I kept running, I started to hear some voices coming from the trees. "You weren't supposed to be alive," they said. And after what felt like hours of running, I found some hut in the middle of nowhere. But when I went in it, I found that the walls were covered with blood. I tried to kick the door down and get the hell out of this place, but it wasn't opening. I've been stuck in this hut for the past 13 hours, and I just heard my mom banging on the door.